Hey guys, what's up? And today we're going to discuss the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of the heart, the blood, and the blood vessels. Each side of the heart has two chambers. Blood flows from the veins into the upper chambers called the atria or atrium. It passes from the atria into the lower chambers called the ventricles. Deoxygenated blood enters the right atrium through the vena cava, and then the deoxygenated blood is transported to the right ventricle. The muscles of the right ventricle contract and pump the blood to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Once oxygen has entered the red blood cells, it begins its journey inside the body. It starts by moving through the capillaries in the lungs. Capillaries are just one of the three kinds of blood vessels found in the body. The other two are arteries and veins. They make a network of fine tubes in organs which provide a very large surface area between the blood and the tissues in the organs. This surface area allows large amounts of substances such as oxygen and glucose to pass between the blood and the tissues in a short amount of time. When the blood moves away from the lungs, it travels along a larger blood vessel called the pulmonary vein. The oxygenated blood is transported to the heart in the pulmonary vein and is then circulated around the body. There are three kinds of blood vessels: the arteries, veins, and the capillaries. Arteries are blood vessels that take blood away from the heart. The high pressure of blood pushes strongly on the thick artery walls. They stretch and shrink as the blood moves through them, which will make a pulse. Veins. Veins bring blood towards the heart. These have thinner walls than arteries and contain valves that stop the blood flowing backwards. The blood is not under high pressure, so doesn't push on the vein walls. Capillaries. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels. Its wall is only one cell thick. Where the blood leaves an organ, capillaries join together to form larger and larger vessels until eventually they form veins. This is a diagram in which the artery, a vein, and a capillary is shown. What does the blood consist of? The blood consists of the red blood cells, which transport oxygen, white blood cells, which fight diseases, and platelets, which help the blood to form clots at the site of a wound. Radiation of carbon dioxide to the lungs. Carbon dioxide is a product of aerobic respiration. It leaves the cells where it is produced and passes through the walls of the capillaries. Carbon dioxide does not enter the red blood cells, but stays in the yellow watery part of the blood called the plasma. It travels along veins which take it back to the right side of the heart. From here, carbon dioxide enters the pulmonary artery and travels to the lungs. It escapes through the capillary walls into the air in the alveoli. Transportation of glucose to the cells. Glucose contains the store of energy that is released during respiration. It reaches the cells in the following way. Glucose passes through the wall of the small intestine and into the capillary. It does not enter the red blood cells, but stays in the plasma. The glucose travels in the plasma along veins, which bring the blood to the heart. The blood enters the right side of the heart, then passes to the lungs where it picks up oxygen. The blood then passes through the left side of the heart and into the aorta. From here, the blood travels along arteries. From here, the blood travels along arteries and takes the glucose to the body organs. About 45% of a drop of blood is made from cells, and the rest of the 55% is made of the liquid, watery part of the blood, which is called the plasma. The plasma contains digested foods, hormones, a waste product from the liver called the urea, and the carbon dioxide produced by all the body cells. An unhealthy heart. Fatty substances such as cholesterol stick to the artery walls and calcium settles on the raised patch called an atheroma. Other substances such as platelets also settle on the atheroma and make it larger. This may cause a clot, which narrows the artery walls even more and can also cause a thrombosis. A thrombosis is when the artery cannot supply oxygen and other nutrients to the relevant organ. A thrombosis in an artery can cause a heart attack. A thrombosis in a brain can cause a stroke. Keeping the heart healthy is an also important role. If large amounts of fat are consumed, the fat is stored in the body. In time, a person who eats a diet high in fat will become obese. This puts extra strain on the heart as it tries to push the blood to the greatly enlarged body. The extra strain on the heart and the buildup of fatty substances in the coronary artery can cause the heart muscle to fail, and the person has a heart attack. Obesity can be avoided by eating a balanced diet and using the pyramid of food as a guide. Another important way in which the body and the heart can be kept healthy is exercise. Regular exercise makes many of the organ systems become more efficient. It also uses up energy and helps to prevent large amounts of fat building up in the body. Exercise can increase your fitness in three ways. It can improve your strength, it can make your body more flexible and less likely to suffer from strains, and it can increase your endurance, which is your ability to exercise steadily for long periods without resting. Different activities require different levels of fitness. What you could do to make this topic more interesting is to measure your pulse. So first, hold out your right hand with the palm up. Put the thumb of your left hand under your wrist. Let the first two wrist fingers of your left hand rest on top of the wrist. Feel around your wrist with these two fingers to find a throbbing artery. This is your pulse. And that's it for today. I hope you liked my video. Thank you.